Welcome back to the Blonde Highlights podcast. We are here. It's been a crazy week. Chris was battling the pneumonia. How are you doing?
Okay, so I'm alive, which I'm genuinely grateful for because I was on death's door. The past week has just been like a fever dream, literally. Last week when we did the podcast, I was like, oh yeah, I think I had like walking pneumonia. No, I had like full on pneumonia. It has just been a disaster. It's been ugly. I've like coughed my whole lung out. It's just been brutal. And you know what? Like, as a woman, the older that you get, and this is like even before having bared my own children, the amount of times that I've honest to God peed myself from coughing so hard, it's ridiculous. Like, when do you get the memo for that? Like, hey, be careful how much you cough.
I don't know, but you got your blush on. It's making you look alive. You got a white fur collar on your coat. She's ready. She's ready for the holidays. She's ready to bring holiday cheer.
She's here for it. Honestly, like, I beat my face as much as possible.
Yes.
And you know what? We're faking a ponytail today because we slicked her right back, but it's grease, not gel, because she hasn't washed her hair. But we're here. Yeah. And I don't know. I have a ponytail going on with like a lot of extra extensions. I don't know what. So cute.
Yeah. And from the back, you can probably see the tracks. I don't even know.
I'm honestly having ponytail envy right now.
Yeah, it's really giving because there's so much hair. No, okay, last week after we filmed the podcast, I was going out for my friend's birthday. And listen, I had a time. We had a time. But I was being so careful not to drink too much because I had a doctor's appointment the next day.
Okay.
My doctor called out sick.
Yeah.
So she went out in public and behaved. And like literally it was like perfect, not even hungover the next day. And then I get this voicemail from the hospital saying he is called out sick. And I was like, I should be the one calling out sick.
Yes. I'm the talent. Like, I'm the one that should be calling in, not you.
I know.
So that means that you could have really just like let it go if you wanted to.
I could have let it go.
Oh my God, your doctor ruined your holiday.
He really did. He really owes an apology to my friend because he ruined my friend's birthday because Pam, my drunken alter ego, she did not get to come out and celebrate with him.
No.
It was an injustice.
Your doctor owes you.
It was an injustice to the WeHo community, actually.
I am actually just shocked that your doctor did this. Like, what are the odds of that? And I remember talking to you before and you're like, no, I can't really, like, you know, because neither of us party anymore. But once in a while, when you get that chance to let loose, sometimes you can take that opportunity. And I remember you being like, this could have been an opportunity for me just to like let loose. And the doctor ruined it. Ruined
it. And also it's just like you said, I hardly ever drink. But when December comes around, it's an issue. Like for everyone, because we have holiday parties. I love Sagittariuses, so I have birthday parties to go to. And, you know, my poor body's just like, girl.
You better be careful. You're going to get yourself the pneumonia.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And then tonight is my work holiday party. And like things go down at the work holiday party.
I'm going to be tracking your Instagram tonight because I know that I'm going to see a story that I can hold against you for the next 6 months. Like, I know tonight, because you missed out last week and you had that taken away from you, I have a feeling that tonight Pam's coming out and Pam's going to go on her stories. That's what I feel.
Oh, yeah. Like last time we had a work event, like this older guy that I work with, he was like, no, I didn't realize she's the life of the party. Like she is the party.
Like, this is Kyle's world. We're all just living in it.
Like, it's funny that my coworkers are like, so like, how are you doing? Like, are we going to like turn up? Like, what's the plan?
You're like, listen here, just sip your drinks, ride out the night, and let me be your surprise.
Let me be your surprise. Exactly. That's what it is. They're like, this is a wild card. We don't know how it's going to go. She could end up crying in the corner, or she's going to like be dancing on the table. We don't know.
She could be smoking 3 cigarettes at once. We don't know. Okay, wait, hold on. Is my voice giving like a raspiness today?
It is giving a raspiness.
I kind of like it. Like, from how I hear myself, I'm like, whoa.
No, I
like this.
That's the best part about being sick, is that eventually you have that perfect, like, sexy, raspy voice.
Honestly, I feel like I could work a telephone line right there.
You read my mind. I was literally going to say 1-900. Like, she's a
oh my God.
phone worker. Yes.
Seriously. Like there's just like a raspiness. Like I feel like this voice is borderline iconic right now from what I'm hearing. Now, just like normal, I could go back and listen and be like cringing over my voice. But like from what I'm hearing, I'm like, no, my voice needs to stay like this.
No, exactly. It needs to stay like this. You should just dry heave, just dry cough whenever you can to thicken up that voice. Do you remember there was that like special report, and maybe this was like only in the US, I can't remember, but it was this woman and she was like a phone sex operator, and they filmed her at home and she's just like folding laundry in the laundry room, just like talking all sorts of filth. She's like prepping her kids' lunches for school. She's just
Well, that's what, like, I don't understand how these men calling in really thought that there was a woman on the other end just getting off on everything that they're saying. Like, she's busy.
she's
Like, she's a
busy.
working woman. She's got shit to do. She's got laundry to fold. She's got appointments. Like, yeah, she's a multitasker. She's not just there to please, even though that's what you think you're getting.
Imagine she's getting her eyelashes done.
Honestly, honestly, you know what? Like, if you could really do that, is this still a thing?
Did we start an agency?
Honestly, it's
Did we just start the
happening.
Blonde Highlights agency?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. I think we're entrepreneurs. My God. So I do want to I feel like this could be a new segment that we do, and it's just like highlights of the algorithm is what I'm calling it. And basically just like what is the weird shit that you're being fed on the algorithm on social media?
I feel like I'm just seeing some of the weirdest shit right now.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know, like, okay, we all know that I love the online shops of like the beads and things like that, where they like scoop the beads in because it makes all the fun sounds. But I'm seeing like just a lot of like weird, like these girls that are like fairies, and they're like, what would you do if you saw me in a bar? And they like turn around and like flex their butt and then like turn back around, but they're like dressed as fairies. And I think because I watched a couple, it just keeps popping up. So now every time I go on, I feel like a creep, like one of those weirdos that's just like, you know, I
Isn't it
can't.
funny? Sometimes you see something, you're like, I'm slightly disturbed by this, but I'm interested. And then the next thing you know, it starts showing you more and more of it.
Yeah, I'm also seeing a lot of cheese pulls from from Chili's. There's there's these like cheese blocks.
Yeah.
They're like fried cheese, and these girls are eating them and then like doing a big cheese pull.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
there's this one girl who's doing it, and when she does it and she chews, she puts her lips a certain way. And this is what I've noticed about girls chewing on the internet. They all kind of press their lips into like a kiss when they chew,
Yeah.
and then they widen their eyes and they're pulling this cheese away, but I can't stop watching the cheese.
Yes. So the lip thing was invented by Trisha Paytas. Like she invented the cheese pool, and that's her signature
Okay.
move with the lips.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just
Respect.
part of history. It's just part of history.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Speak of cheese, my algorithm has sent me down a deep spiral into cheese graters.
Oh my God, stop.
I have never grated
What
cheese
do
in my
you-
life.
What do you mean cheese graters? Like, is it selling you cheese graters, or is
It's
it just
selling me
grating
cheese graters. It's selling me cheese
Shut
graters.
up.
And I think it started because there's this girl online and she is a lawyer at makeup, okay? And her name's Brandis. And she sells stuff with QVC. And she was talking about a cheese grater, but I just love listening to her accent and all of it. I just got super into the cheese graters with her. So then it started showing me to me. Well, then there was controversy because apparently there was only one cheese grater people were selling, but then they came out with a better version, the 2.0. And so
my
the
God.
people who have like locked into the first generation cheese grater are like, well, that doesn't work like this, and this happens with that, and that just doesn't do this, and it doesn't have 360. But then the people that got the new cheese grater are like, no, they're wrong. Don't get scammed and get the other one. So it's this entire like it's actually like it's a battleground over the cheese graters on TikTok
Oh my God, there's like a whole cheese grater community that we didn't know about.
everywhere. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm gonna turn up to your house next time, and I bet you I'm gonna open up the cupboard. There's gonna be like 5 different graters.
I know. I'm
You're gonna be like,
obsessed.
they got me.
I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. You can just throw a pepper in there and spin it. You can slice cucumbers. You can do like literally.
Oh my God.
Oh, they were making potato chips. They were throwing potatoes through there, and it was giving like like the ribbed, like thick, like potato chips, like
Yes.
that. Then you just throw some olive on there, throw them in the oven.
My God, you are gonna get sold on this. You know what else I've been seeing?
Wow.
I've been seeing these people that are selling cleaning products through showing dirty mats. and then they spray all the cleaning solution, and then they sit there and they scrub the mats, and then the mat eventually comes clean. And the other day I was watching it and I was like, what am I doing? I was like, I need to put my phone away. I literally had to like take my phone and put it away because I was like, not only am I like stuck up in my room feeling like COVID days, I'm now watching people clean dirty mats. Like, this is a whole new level. And then the fairy girls, and then the cheese pull I can accept. And I'll probably keep watching that. But I don't know.
We're fighting through it. We're surviving it.
That's it. Like,
yeah. I mean, I'm also watching Alien Invasion on there too. So that's happening. But next. No, I'm just kidding.
My God. Stop. The aliens are coming.
They're coming.
Aliens have already been here.
I know. I have a podcast with one. Oh my God. No. Okay. So we have done this before, like where we've talked about like our hate comments. And it just comes in waves. You know what I mean? Like it's never like all the time, but occasionally something just pops up and then all the haters come.
Honestly, it's always a weird thing that triggers the haters. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I never know what it is or what'll do it, but my outfit for last week's episode triggered the haters.
And I don't understand because like I genuinely loved that outfit. Like that outfit was on point. And please walk us through our outfit so our listeners can know.
Well, I was wearing cheetah print pants. I had a faux fur cheetah print jacket that didn't really fit, but I just kind of had it like positioned around me. And then I had an oversized knockoff NASCAR t-shirt.
I love that you had to say it.
Well, because it is obviously a knockoff and it says like Los Angeles instead of NASCAR, but it adds to the beauty of it. So that triggered the haters.
What comments did you receive?
Okay, well, let me read this.
Walk us through.
Okay. And they really weren't that bad, but I just had fun with this.
Okay, let's see.
One was on the way to Walmart. And I was like, yes, to visit your dad.
I told you that. I told you, as soon as you throw their parents into the mix, they fuck right off.
I know.
As soon as you're like, yeah, I'm going to go see your dad, they're like, and nobody has anything to say about that.
No, I learned this.
Oh my God.
I learned this from Chris Yo.
Like, just throw their parents in and you're good.
Yeah. And then he responded and said, weak.
I would have went back and been like, your dad's dick's not weak. Like, I would have just kept it going.
I didn't think about that. Oh my God. I should have kept going. I was like,
I'm immature.
I was like, good coming from someone with no profile picture or content. It's just drop the ball. I dropped the ball. And then people were convinced that I smell bad.
Why?
I don't know. But from the outfit, they were convinced that I smell bad.
What? Why?
Yeah, and then someone...
I thought you looked glamorous chic.
I did too, but apparently people did not think so.
What'd they say?
Somebody said, just wondering what it smells like calling me it. And then I was like, what smells like? ? And they're like, their entire thing. I'm thinking Marlboro Reds, and cat's ass.
Oh my God, stop. They had me at the Marlboro Reds.
Yeah, the shirt was kind of giving Marlboro Reds. Like it really was. But a cat's ass.
Like they weren't wrong. Like a cat's ass, come on.
And cats are pretty clean, actually.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
At least they didn't say a cat's mouse. Like I feel like that's worse.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I was like, it smells like vanilla lotion and YSL perfume. Oh, I went off on someone. I said, but I'm sure you wear the same neutral tone millennial uniform to look exactly like everyone else you know. I went a little too far there.
Stop.
It went a little too far. But I just knew. I knew the
Yeah.
audience. I knew who would be saying this.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that I'm not wearing a beige, nude-toned bodysuit.
Yeah. Like, you're dressing up. It's fashion.
It's fashion.
I wonder if that person... Okay, so here's my thing, is that when somebody doesn't have a display photo and their profile is led by numbers, do you think it's somebody that you know? Because I feel like it's somebody that knows you.
I feel like it is somebody that knows me.
Yeah.
I really do. Like my spidey sense was like, I know exactly who this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how you know to respond to them.
Yes.
You know? Like,
yes. And that's maybe why I went a little deep with that one response.
I think
it was a targeted.
I just find it so funny where it's like, because I've ran into that too, where it's like, I know who this person is just by the way that they're speaking. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, why couldn't you just say it from your own account? Like, what are you gaining from making a fake account? Okay. Mm-hmm. A fake account and then going and posting from that fake account. Like, what are you gaining?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like a release to them or something.
so weird.
I know. And it's just, I think sometimes the people closest to you can be your biggest ops. Like they can be your biggest, like, people that talk shit about you.
I think that you can always tell by the people that are closest to you who say that they support you, but then they show nothing to be supportive.
No, exactly. And also it's the people that you've left behind. Those are the people they're upset that you're thriving without them or doing something without them. And so they gotta like put you down, or they're jealous that you're doing something that they're afraid to go for or something like that.
When you've just outgrown them. Like I feel like that there's a few people around me that maybe I've outgrown a bit.
Yeah.
And they, when I see them and stuff, they're like, yeah, like I like fully support what you're doing. Like, and they'll go on and on and on. But I see them seeing my stuff. They never like my stuff. They never, do you know what I mean? Like it's almost just like they're hate watching me.
Exactly. There's a lot of hate watching. So we are getting close to Christmas. Like, how are you feeling about that lingering up?
Okay, so I honestly am so behind still on my Christmas because I've been like dying. I feel like the past month, just between Charlie injury and then me being sick, I've left the house maybe 5 times. So I've been using Amazon as my number one tool. I've been bringing everything in. So today I'm going to start my wrapping, but I am just not prepared. I have zero Christmas spirit, if I'm honest. Like being sick last week just like broke my spirit because I'm just not, I've been alone. I'm just not doing anything festive. It sucks. But I'm trying to just pull through. I have things that I have coming up this week to help get me like back in the Christmas spirit. But she ain't ready.
You know what you need to do? Make a gingerbread house.
Oh my God. Yes, that's on my list next week. We have one.
I was gonna say, like, I never have time to make a gingerbread house. And I'm like, that could be cool. Like, that could be fun. It gets you in the holiday spirit. You don't gotta go outside.
I know. So there's this place, we have Bulk Barn. Do you have Bulk Barn?
I don't think
so. It's just like
so.
where you can go. Okay, so it's like where you can go and get like candy and baking supplies, like all in bulk, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go there and get like all the fixings that I need, like all the candy and stuff. And then the boys and I are going to build one this week. But like, I've just seen the kids in passing all week. Like I literally haven't seen them in like a week because as soon as they come home from school, I go upstairs. So I'm like not near them so they don't get sick.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping this week we can just build a gingerbread house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Build a big, happy family gingerbread house.
Well, you know what else I was doing? Because I don't like doing crafts, but I love doing Christmas crafts with the boys because it's something that like we'll have forever, right?
Yeah,
like ornaments
yeah.
and things like that. I got them one of those like jewel things where you just like put the color on the appropriate color and then like, you know, it just makes everything look all sparkly. Well, while I was sick, I literally took one of them and opened them and I was just like doing it in my room myself. And then I was like, this is so sad. Not because it's sad doing crafts, but I'm like, I basically just like took one of the boys' Christmas crafts and then I'm not even doing it with them. I was like, I'm so over this.
You gotta fill the time.
Like,
That's
oh
the
my God,
problem. Like that's the problem. Like when you're sick is honestly like, how do you fill the time?
I have watched so much TV, which I need to say, okay, to anybody watching that if you have not watched The Superstore,
Yeah.
honest to God, that is one of the funniest shows I've ever seen. It is so funny. The main character, Dina.
You know that I know her.
Shut. What do you mean?
Remember the girl when you were in town last and I was like, oh my God, she did a show at the Viper Room and I forgot to ask you if you wanted to go. And it was like too late.
Yeah.
I was talking about the actress who plays Dina.
Shut up. Kyle.
Yes.
Oh my God.
She's in the rock
my
band.
God.
She sings too.
Okay. So she's my favorite person ever right now.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's from Canada.
Okay, yeah, I know. I
yeah.
beat her and I saw that she's from Canada.
Yeah.
She is like the funniest person on TV. Honestly, her character, I don't know, I didn't go too far into her profile. I hope that she's won awards for that character because she is so good in that.
So good. So good. And one of the other guys was my next door neighbor for like years.
Who?
On the show.
Who?
His name's Nico Santos. I forget what his character on the show is called.
Mateo?
Yes, Mateo. Yeah.
Shut up. He's
Yeah.
my other favorite.
Yeah, he was my neighbor for years.
See, guys, this is where like Kyle just once again always comes out with like these cool stories. Like I'm over here being like, yeah, it was just Superstore, and she's over there being like, I know the cast. Like this is so fucked up. And then again, like I don't know. This is what I mean. Like we never know with Kyle. I want to meet Dina. Next
Yeah.
time I'm in town, we're going to one of her shows.
No, seriously. Like I haven't got. I always hate it because I love to go to the Viper Room to see like people I know perform, and every time she's done it, I forget, and it's like too late, and I'm like, man, I should have gone. I always see it like the day after.
I remember you telling me that there was someone, but you didn't tell me that she was the actress from the Superstore.
Yeah, I kind of forget.
Whatever, we get it. You're cooler than me. But
No.
anyways, I fill my time when I'm sick with TV because I need to isolate, and I try doing a little bit of work and I can't, and I just need to mind numb because there's nothing else for me to do like when I feel like that.
Yeah, I always feel like when I'm sick, like, okay, so the last time I got sick, it was like COVID. Like, this was a couple years ago. I don't get sick very often. And I was just like, I had so many things to do. It was so busy. And they're like, you can't leave the house. And migraine to hell and back. But I was just like miserable. And I was like, you know what? I started meditating. I started doing like 5 meditations a day.
God, who are you?
I know. I was like doing guided meditations. Girl, she was on some planet where instead of like
God.
instead of all the greenery on the planet, it was purple.
What do you mean? What do you
Yes.
mean? What do you
And
mean?
yeah, so I was on this planet and this deep meditation. I had like entered into it. And instead of like how our planet is green, like we have a lot of greenery, the greenery was shades of purple instead of shades of green.
God, that's so pretty.
And it was beautiful. It was an amazing place. And they had these little like furry things. They were like little rabbits, but they weren't little rabbits. And they had like 2 legs and then like a little fuzzy round body and like cute little eyes. And they were just like fun and happy. And it was a place filled with like love and happiness. And then I
my
was just
God.
like strolling around, just checking out the views. And then I went down and I had to like cross the river. And then I got in the river and it was like the water was hugging me. And it was just like the water was like, I don't know. It was insane. It was so crazy. Like it was one of the best peaceful meditations. And I try to go back to that place sometimes when I'm really stressed.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we just went on Kyle's wildest trip. That's what that was. That was not meditation. Don't lie.
No, it was literally just a meditation. But sometimes, but the thing is I was like, well, I'm sick. I can't leave the house. What am I going to do? Like, I have to just like, because I was so stressed out about all the things I should have been doing at that moment. And I was like, I have to let it go.
My God. Now, you and I are just like 2 totally different people. I am just like a house gremlin. I'm in my bed. I'm like coughing till I die. I'm stressed. I'm just going to mind numb. I would never think of doing meditation when I'm sick.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's the perfect time because your mind is kind of clear.
I feel like this illness really just took me to like a state of depression this week.
Yeah.
Like if I'm being honest, she was so depressed.
No.
I was like, you got some of my messages.
Yeah, I got the text messages. I was like, girl, it's going to be okay. Like,
I'm like just not having a good time. It was so hard. Like, because like I said, it was like, it's genuinely for me, it's been like COVID time. Like I've just been in isolation, not leaving my house unless it's for something essential, coming in, not seeing anybody. Like it's been really hard. And I feel like for me, I'm just like, I haven't had any type of escape. I couldn't talk very often because I was like, it was talking makes me cough.
yeah.
So I had like nothing.
Yeah. And I think it depends on how you feel too. Like at that point, when I was in that illness, I felt fine besides a really bad migraine, but I just couldn't leave the house because I was like positive. So I was like, I got to fill the time and do something. But the first time I had COVID, it was when it was like literally right as we went into lockdown. I was one of the first people of anyone I knew to get it. And it was like a week from hell. It was miserable. It was wild. And I was just like, it was a fever dream. It was a week-long fever dream. And every time anyone would call me or anything, I'd be like, leave me the fuck alone.
Oh my God, stop. I can only imagine.
I just
So
couldn't.
if anybody called you in the morning?
Yes, no, I couldn't handle light. I couldn't handle sound. Like everything agitated me. And I was just like, I'm still alive. Leave me alone.
I'll call you once I fucking become alive again. Like, leave me alone.
Yes.
I need to stay off the internet when I am sick. Like I cannot scroll and be like isolated at the same time unless I'm watching like the mind-numbing shit, like what my algorithm gives me. But if I go on like my homepage or like my actual feed and I'm seeing like people like living their lives, like I saw so many people at the Christmas market that I wanted to go to this year and I
Yeah.
haven't been able to go. I cried. Like I was like literally in my bed crying while scrolling. Like just like everyone's so much better than me. Everyone's having fun. Look at everybody taking their pictures. Like this girl's working, I'm dying. Like so dramatic. Like I literally had it out with Michael because he got the boys Christmas sweaters and took them to the mall for their Santa pictures
Yeah.
just to make sure we didn't miss them. And I was like, must be nice to have all the fun.
She's like, I wanted to meet Mr. Claus.
I'm like, I should be included in the festivity. I was so pissed off. Like, I was like, picking their sweaters is my job.
Meanwhile, the mall is just like packed to the max with people in like a frantic, chaotic state. Everyone's lining up to get a picture with Santa. Half the kids are creeped out by Santa. They're screaming, they're crying. It's just a whole like we really didn't miss it. You really won on that situation, to be honest.
I 100% won on that situation. And now looking back, I'm like, I know I won. But in that depressive state, I'm telling you, no, I was the loser, the biggest loser.
I know, I got the text messages.
Kyle walked me off the ledge a couple times.
And then she didn't even remember today. I was like, okay, girl, we had a long conversation.
I know. I swear. Like, it's just not my time.
It's not your
It's just not, you know
time.
what? It hasn't been my week.
But you know what?
But
Here's what I was thinking. You know, something that's always brings some joy to a fun time is some good old nostalgia.
God, give me the nostalgia.
Give me the nostalgia.
Take me back. Where are we going?
I just wanted to talk
Give me
about
the
what was
nostalgia.
the fun Christmas gifts? Like, what was the gifts that we got from Santa when we were young? Like, that were like cool.
Honestly, as soon as you say that, and as soon as you say like number one Christmas gift, the Furby.
The Furby, that was
The,
my number one.
the OG Furby. What color was yours?
It was like a grayish color, I think.
Like the pink and gray?
I think, yeah.
We had the same Furby.
Those things were slightly like not demonic, but they were
I was good.
they were possessed. They were possessed by a spirit.
Just like, yeah. And then it would just be like,
Was
but
it
its eyes would always be like,
like like the what is it called? The movie when you're possessed, the exorcism, like they're being exorcised.
Exorcism.
Yes, the exorcism,
Yes.
their eyes are all rolling. No, the Furbies, what the hell was that? What was that? Like,
that was like you couldn't get it anywhere in Canada. You
yeah.
absolutely could not get it from Canada. But I don't think I got it from Santa. I think my parents got it for me. And they had to get it from my family in New York. They had to send the Furby over the border for me.
Yes. Yeah, I think my parents got me the Furby too, but I think like my mom was able to get her hands on it because she was working a holiday shift at the like Toys R Us.
I believe that your mom would be able to get it.
Like she got
I
it.
don't personally know your mom, but I feel like I know your mom, and I know that she would have gotten you that Furby.
Yeah, she was like, my baby wants a Furby. We're getting
She's
it.
getting that Furby. We're getting that Furby. I just remember like putting my finger in my Furby's mouth because weren't you supposed to feed it something or like put your finger in?
I don't know, but I always
And
did.
then, yeah, and then it would like eat your finger. But like the worst is when it would like go off in the middle of the night.
That's what I
Like
was
you-
thinking to say. That's what I was going to say. It was always in the middle of the night. It was like 3 a.m., the witching hour. It's like,
Yeah, it's like that's when they came alive. Honestly, and then you'd be like,
the eyes would just like pop open real quick and shut. Like,
and every kid's like, I want one. The fucking scariest toy out there. Honestly, that's probably where you know when everybody's like, oh yeah, the government's listening and like blah 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 blah. That everything probably started with the Furbies.
it started with
There's all like
Furby.
cameras in all the Furbies. My gosh. I also had, did you ever have the the Doodle Bear.
I did not have the Doodle Bear, but I remember the Doodle. I remember the Doodle Bear.
I got in trouble with my Doodle Bear because I drew a vagina.
Well, of course.
My mom was like, you can't just be drawing like vaginas on your bear. And I gave it like boobs. I was just like, it was a time, me and my cousin, and I was the one that got in trouble. Gave my Doodle Bear a vagina.
Have I ever told you that my cosmetology school unofficial mascot was a vagina with teeth?
Oh my God.
And we called it the Wabachoff. We had t-shirts made that had the vagina with teeth on it, and it said like West Side Wabachoffs, and literally nobody picked up on it. Like no one knew what it was. We told the teachers it's the last day.
Oh my God, stop. So this whole time they had no clue. Vagina with teeth on it. Like,
yes.
So fucked up.
We're like, West Side Wabachoffs. It was so bad. And I went to cosmetology in school in high school. So we were high school students doing this.
Oh my God.
Did you have a Tamagotchi?
Did I have a Tamagotchi? Duh. Yes, I had a Tamagotchi. I had the pink Tamagotchi.
Yes. I can't remember. Maybe I had a purple one. But I remember that was another thing that would go off in the middle of the night.
Yes. Because my Tamagotchi took like a shit in the night and had to get up.
You forgot to feed it, and all of a sudden it's like dying in the middle of the night, and you're like, dang.
I know. And then after that, they had the nano babies.
Yeah. I remember that. Oh, yeah, of course.
The nano babies. And I remember my neighbor, like, she was an adult, and I remember I had to babysit her nano babies and Tamagotchis when she went to work because she was a PSW at the time.
Of course. So, I mean, someone had to take care of that. You were a nanny for the Tamagotchi.
I had a babysitting job as like a Tamagotchi babysitter. Honest to God.
Yeah, I think
that was like my job.
Yeah, I think it's like my dad wouldn't let us have like any like dogs or like cats or anything. So I was just like, my only pet is this creature, this digital creature.
Oh. This digital creature. I remember the Tamagotchi poo and just like thinking like, why did they have like I can visualize it. It is the emoji, the poo emoji. It is the Tamagotchi poo. No, but they'd always have like feet coming.
Oh my God. You're like unlocking memories in my head. I like can't remember anything from elementary school, but I do know that the Tamagotchi era was during elementary school because I remember being at that old school.
Yeah, I remember. And then the nano baby. And then did you ever have like the diaries where it was like, I remember getting this, and it was a diary that was like a little mini computer. It was like a pink diary, and you had your own password, and then that's the only way you could access your diary. But like the screen, it was almost just like a label maker. Like there was no real screen.
No, I remember that. I don't think I had one, but I remember that.
Okay, so my cousin reset my whole diary.
No.
She reset my diary because she couldn't break into it. So because you had to have a password, and at the back there was like a reset button, and because she couldn't get into it, she reset my whole diary.
I remember that you would shove like a bobby pin or like a pin in there.
Yeah.
Evil.
I know.
Evil.
And like at the time, like she was like the Mary Kate to my Ashley. Like we were like attached, and she reset my whole diary.
Separated. No longer friends.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely not. No.
No, but isn't it crazy the difference in the screens, like the screens that we had at the time and the screens we have now?
No.
Isn't it funny?
I know.
In our lifetime.
I know. It's like literally like you couldn't even like really type anything in that diary. It was just like, I like this boy. And like it would just like run across your screen. And like that would be it.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't really do anything. And now it's just like the boys have so much technology. I'm like, it's so much.
Yes. Wait, I saw something the other day and they were talking about this show called Cocomelon. And they said it's like crack for babies.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like this show and it's just like, this little baby, and she does like baby things or whatever, but they're saying that it's like addictive. Like kids are getting addicted to Cocomelon.
That's what I heard.
And it's now being advised that like don't let your kid watch it because that's what is starting the cycle of them being like an iPad kid. Is Cocomelon.
Yeah. And I was thinking, if that is baby crack, what is TikTok to us?
Honestly, it's the same thing. It's all the same level of crack.
It really is. It really is. I mean, the Razor scooter. Did you have a Razor scooter?
I didn't have a Razor scooter.
Well, lame.
Okay, well, you can have the Razor scooter. That's fine. Did you have the Heelys?
Yes. I
Okay,
did.
good. Oh my God.
Oh my
Yes,
God, I
I loved those.
forgot about the Heelys.
Yes, with the little wheels on the back, and you could just like walk and then like roll by. Like,
I saw a clip from flicking them off. I loved the Heelys, the scoot away. I remember it was such an issue at school, like they got banned and everything, and we would like sneak the wheels out or whatever. But I was watching a clip of Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie the other day, and they were saying they would wear their Heelys to the club
to the bar. Yes.
and just like scoot them by.
That's why they're so iconic. It's shit like that. Like, I wish that they were out still when I was like going to the bars. That would have been so much fun.
No, that would have been, oh my God, we should bring that back. I mean, I'll fall and break my neck.
I
Never
want
mind.
to. Okay, no, 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 no. Kyle, I was thinking that last night. I was like, I want to try Heelys. But then, same thing. I was like, I'll hurt myself. Just like when I tried rollerblades, like during COVID, there's no way I can do it. I'm like a baby deer. I'm terrified. No.
We need to get like ski outfits on, like so we're super, super extra padded, and then maybe go to like Venice Boardwalk and like try it out.
Stop. I'm done. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Like seriously, I hope they brought them back. Like I hope that you can still get them.
We're gonna look them up as soon as we're done recording.
Yeah, exactly. Was you a Cabbage Patch Kid?
Yes, of course. That Patch Dog.
Same. I
They're
love that
so
thing.
creepy looking.
I took
They're
that
so
thing
creepy
everywhere.
looking.
Oh yeah. I wish mine had survived. I think it was my Die Hard. Like I took that Cabbage Patch everywhere with me. I was obsessed.
Aww. I wasn't obsessed with mine. I don't know, mine didn't go anywhere with me. Like I had one, but like I didn't really like care for it. I wasn't like a Cabbage Patch girl.
I was obsessed. And then I had twin sisters, and then so I guess they became my new Cabbage Patch Kids.
You're so lucky. I would have been like, you're Mary Kate and you're Ashley and I'm the boss. Oh my God, did you have the doll? I forget what she's called, Baby Alive. And you can take this, something like that.
Yes.
And you can take the spoon and put it to her mouth and feed her it. And so it'd be like little like berries on the spoon. And you put it to her mouth and it would just go, and the berries would go away. Like she would eat the berries. And then you'd have to give her like her bottle and then she'd like pee in the potty and stuff. Did you have one of those?
No, I don't remember that. I
Oh my
remember
God, I
I
had one
remember
of those.
like younger. I remember my sisters having something like that, and they're like 9 years younger than me.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I had one of those.
Okay, I have a
Yeah.
question. I can't believe I've never asked you this. So in
I'm gonna
Canada, did you guys, we had like a home economics class where they taught you like
Yeah.
homemaking skills. Did they send you home with a little robot baby?
Okay, we didn't have just a like home ec class, which I took there. We had a parenting class, family life and parenting class. I had to plan a wedding, and my boyfriend at the time was also in the class, so we got assigned twin babies.
And you'd raise them
They were-
together?
Yeah,
Did they cry and stuff?
but yeah, they cried, and then I had to take a key and put it in my baby's back.
Yeah.
It was like one of these things, like, and I was working, and then, oh my God, okay, I was working, and I had to like tell my boss, like, my baby had to sit in the back, and then my boss would have to let me go to the back and like feed my baby because you couldn't take your key off. It was like if your key was cut off, then like you would automatically fail, and the baby would be timed of how long you let it cry for, like
Yeah.
all of that. So if you let it cry for half an hour, you would get deducted marks.
Wait, where were you working at?
At the school I was working at Tim Hortons.
So you're at Tim Hortons in the back room feeding a fake
Yes.
baby
Yes.
on the
Yes.
clock.
Yes, on the clock. Yes.
That's hilarious.
My boss had to let me, like I was still a kid.
Yeah.
And I remember my boyfriend at the time. I remember this. Oh my God. I went to a friend's house and he had his baby. I had my baby, and he was throwing his baby around. And I was like, your baby's gonna die because it can die. But it didn't. And I remember that it was crying when it was doing it. And we went to the mall and he left me with both babies. Okay.
Oh,
He
God.
left me with both babies and they were both crying. So I had my key and I was trying to like get both babies like content
Yeah.
and whatever. He ended up getting the higher mark on his baby than I got on
No.
my baby. Yes. And I remember I was like, I was the one at the mall while Jason was running around. I was the one with two babies, and Jason was throwing his baby. Like, it was like a real life situation where, like, he got all the credit, and I was, bringing my baby to work, doing all the things. He's tossing his baby around. I'm taking care of both, and he still got the higher mark.
And that is real life.
Yeah, I was like, wow, thanks. You really fucking prepared me. Thanks.
No, I didn't get to take home economics home ec because I went to a different high school for cosmetology. So I went to two different high schools each day. So I missed out on that. And I was really sad, but I guess I had two real babies at home.
So you didn't get to bring home the fake baby?
No, I didn't do it.
The babies near the school, like the town over, their babies had like different keys for different things. So you literally had to figure out which key stopped what. So if your baby needed its diaper change, you'd have to put the diaper change key in. If your baby, like all of this stuff. And I was like, no, we just had like the single thing, but we had to show that we were putting new diapers on the baby.
I need to find out what kids today are doing. Are they not doing that anymore? Or what's happening? How high tech are they?
I don't know. They're like your phones or your babies. Like they probably have an app.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. I didn't think
Yeah,
about
they
an
probably
app.
have like some parenting app.
Yeah. Did you have an
But wait, hold on. Offside, I was also in like a Catholic school. So I thought it was kind of weird. Looking back, I'm like, they had like a whole parenting class. Like that was my credit. Wasn't that weird a little bit?
a little bit? But I guess, I mean, from my Catholic family, I mean, it's all about having babies. You got to build God's army.
Build that village.
Was it like sex ed too? Or like what was the.
No, that we learned in gym.
Okay,
And
yeah.
then we had a home ec class, which was completely different, which is where you would learn like cooking and things like that.
And,
And
like,
then
sewing.
I took a shop class, but yeah, we had like all different classes. Yeah.
Well, your Catholic school is different than some of the ones here. Did you have yo-yos? Was you down with the yo-yos? Remember that?
Then what are they?
Yo-yos.
Yes, I had the
Oh my
little.
God.
That's what people actually used to call me in elementary school was yo-yo.
Your
Like,
last name.
Yeah, I was really good at like doing this thing where you could do it where you like walk the dog.
I was going to say the walk the dog.
Yes, I was good at that. Were you?
At times. My brother was so much better than me, but like I remember.
Yeah, you could like you drop the yo-yo and then just like let it go. I'm like doing the motion right now, but
It's muscle memory.
oh my God, okay, hold on. I know this is like off whatever. Did you have Cat's Cradle?
Wait, cat's cradle. Cat's with the strings?
rope. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Did you
Yes.
have Cat's Cradle? Yes.
I still do it to this day. I still do that. And then you do it to the
Oh.
Eiffel Tower?
Yes, and then you can make the witch's broom.
Yes.
Yes.
I still
You
do.
do like the big Christmas bow.
I don't know if I could do the Christmas bow, but I still, when I'm bored, I still do that now. It's like a fidget thing that I do.
It's so funny because yeah, you can do it, and then you could do it with like other people and pinch the rope in together, and then like just keep going and going. And there was like different ways. It was like a little obstacle course of this rope. Like it was so simple yet so much fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah, did you not do it with somebody else? Like you would start with the rope at like the basic set, then they would come in and like pinch the rope, tuck it back underneath, and then it would go on their hand.
Yes, yes. And honestly, I didn't need any toys at all. This is all I did.
Yeah.
This was
Shit
a
like that.
specialty. Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't believe. Oh my God, can we do Cat's Cradle next time?
Yes, we have
We're
to do
just
it
doing
next
them
time.
together?
Yes, we're going to do it next time. Oh my God.
Like the cat's whiskers. God.
My God, I forgot about. I wonder if the kids do that these days.
I know they don't play with rope.
Weirdos.
I know they suck.
So before we go, like, what's your highlights, lowlights?
Okay, so I would say like my low light is like pretty damn obvious, like
Yeah.
that's bad. But my highlight is, you know what? We're on the mend. It's as simple as that. We're on the mend. I'm really appreciative of my health. That's it for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
The highs are high and the lows are low.
The lows are low.
And can we just be honest here with our listeners?
Yeah.
We've had a cue in for this episode for how many times that I'm going to cough and die. And we've had to do that. We've had to stop recording a couple times today so I could cough and die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just so everyone's in on my journey.
Yeah. The journey. We're going to do some editing magic to remove that.
And what's your highlight?
Okay. So, highlight for one, I'm about to turn up tonight. That's the highlight. And then we're not going
Sam's
to
coming
turn
out.
And then we're not turning up again until spring, probably.
Yes, no.
No, we're done with after this. Low light is when clients come in for the first time and they need to help save me, help me get on a good diet.
No.
Yes. Like, just spend the whole time giving me weight loss advice.
No.
Yeah. And
Oh my God.
And I'm like, listen, if there's one group of people who know how to lose weight more than any other people, it's the big girls. Because we've been doing it our whole damn life. We know.
We know every trick in the book.
We know every trick in the book. I'm just not doing it all the time. I'm just
she just came in and started offering you this unsolicited advice?
Yeah, yeah, I know that. I've heard that too. Yeah. Yeah, exercise. Yes, I go for long walks. I do this. No, I know how to exercise. Yeah. I actually used to be really, really fit. I was obsessed with fitness. Like, I'm like,
I feel like I've had every disorder under the book or under the...
Yes, literally.
Like everything like that. Yes. So like you can take your little fitness tips and fuck off.
Exactly.
I would have cut her hair a little short. I would have been like, oh my God, since we're giving advice, you know what would look so good on you? A bob. Karen, check this out.
You gotta check that, boo. Oh my God. Okay, well, I feel like this has been a fun episode.
This has been a great episode.
We've, the nostalgia was nostalgiaing.
The nostalgia was amazing. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I hope you guys have a great week, and we will talk to you next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.